Hi, this is Naja Amatula, and I am making this video as part of the Preserving Our Roots movement for Urban Roots. The building that Urban Roots is in is going to be bought by people who are not us, people who are not the grandchildren, great-grandchildren, descendants of the people who originally started Deep Deuce in Oklahoma. Know beyond the shadow of a doubt that I would not be the Naja Amatula you know, the one you see, the one who you've heard perform, the one whose writing you've seen. I wouldn't be her if it weren't for Urban Roots. I would not know so many of the things that I know. I wouldn't know the people that I know. I wouldn't have experienced just the amazing beauty and joy and intelligence and integrity of our people and our culture if it hadn't been for that space. I don't know what the first thing was. I do know that I've been to tons of open mics there. I know that the year or more that Culture Kitchen was going on was the year that I became the person that you see today. I can't even remember the first time that I went to Urban Roots. It's kind of like trying to remember the first time you went to your grandma's house or somewhere else that you've been so many times. It's so important to you. Sunset Sundays was there. Those debate nights. I can't remember what they're called now, but where people used to just like sit around and talk about issues were there. Afro-Caribbean dance that I learned there during 2012. I did my first ever solo show there. I relearned how to be a performance poet there. My first video, Mark Fleming, was made there. My book release party was there. So many of the major moments in my adult life, my life as an artist, were there. I would go to Urban Roots on Friday and sometimes Saturday every single week for almost a year, maybe for a year or more. And the conversations I would get into about Black people, about Black history, about perceptions of Black people today, about social norms, about educational norms, about God, spiritual and sexual and everything. I mean, everything. No topic was off limits. Nothing was unimportant. Nothing was unable to be discussed. And what was so different about Urban Roots is that the people there, the people that were drawn in to eat, to live, to share, to be the community, they were not trying to prove like how cool they were or how Afrocentric they were or how much more they knew than you. They just wanted you, they just wanted me, they just wanted everyone to realize who we are, where we came from, why it's important, and why we have to preserve it. It's our cultural center. Black culture lives at Urban Roots. It's home. People take care of each other there. It is where the old-timey Black community that used to sustain itself, that used to be proud, that used to be successful, that used to be genuine, that used to know who we were and have plans for how to become even better. They're the remnants of that. That place is the remnants of that. And I can't imagine what will happen if that place doesn't exist for other people. Where will we live? You know, they say you have to take care of your body, because if you don't, where are you going to live? That's how I feel about Urban Roots. If we don't take care of our space, if we don't take care of our own, if we don't take care of the family that runs that, it's a family. It's not a conglomerate. It's not big business. It's a family and a group of friends that use their blood, sweat, and tears to run that place, to keep it open so that people like me can come learn who we are. What's going to happen if our kids don't have that? What's going to happen if people from other cultures? That's the other great thing about Culture Kitchen and about Afro-Caribbeño and those movements, is people from other cultures would come in and they would see how beautiful we were. And how many other times do we get to do that? How often do we get to do that? I mean, the NBA Finals are on right now, and look at how high LeBron can jump and how many points he can score, and how much of a breakout Stephen Curry is, and how cool he was to get, noticed by Drake. But what about everything else? What about how well we write? What about how well we speak? What about how great our capacity is for changing our community and for working together? What about those things? Who's going to remind us of that? Who's going to show the world, look at how beautiful we are. Look at how creative we are. Look at what we can do when we surround each other with positivity, when we are connected by something positive, something meaningful, something that matters. What are we going to do? So I said all of that to say, give. I don't jump on a whole lot of causes because, to be honest, I don't have money. I don't. But when I have it, I like to spend it there if I can. We're always talking about keep it local. Okay, well, keep Urban Roots not only local, but keep it in the hands of the people who own it, the people who deserve it, the people who are going to be the best stewards of it. I don't have money, but I have a computer that I can record video on. I don't have money, but I have a voice, I have a face, I have passion. So I'm asking you, even those of you who have never been to Urban Roots, who don't care to come to Urban Roots, who don't care about our community, who are not a part of our community, look at me, look at Adam and Kizzy, look at Cookie Turner, look at Candace Liger, look at John David 3, look at Grace, look at so many people whose lives are so greatly impacted by this building, by this place, and give up an expensive dinner for tonight, give up a new pair of shoes. How much did your shoes cost? How much did your purse cost? How much did your new comforter set cost? Give $25, $50, $150, $500. Skip your weekend trip to wherever that you do just to blow off steam and donate it to a community that needs it. Donate it to a community that needs to see that people care about not just whether we live or die, but whether or not we continue to thrive and continue to really know who we are and what we're doing and why and how. Reach down, deep down, and give from your heart if you can. Because you can, not because you have to, not even because you're super duper motivated to, but because you can, because I'm asking, because people are asking, because it's a family with 3 kids and big dreams, because it's a whole bunch of artists who need a stage, who need support systems, because $10, $20, but I'm going to ask you to give big, because I know somebody out there can. Thanks.